What is good, people? We are back for another live stream. KG is here. Match preview time. Portsmouth versus Leeds United. Leeds United need to get back on track. 3 points will only do. Will we get it done this weekend? We'll find out in this preview. Do we need to make changes as well? And I'll get your thoughts on this. Please put them in the comments about what changes you would make. I know it seems like it's been, for me, it feels like it's been a while since the last game, and it really hasn't been. But I guess that's always the case when you don't get the maximum 3 points. But we didn't lose the last game. We didn't lose. And just for this, from Neil Cooper here, don't feel the WBA result was poor, just a performance. Yes, I want us to win, but Mowbray is no mug. Didn't say anything of the sort. And the title is actually referring to when we didn't beat Portsmouth at the start of the season. That's actually what it's referring to. But I do still consider the result against West Brom poor. I consider any time we don't win poor, because there's got to be a reason behind it. When you have the superior team, there's always reasons why you didn't win. When people beat Man City or take points off Man City or Liverpool, it's never that the other team has just done better on the day. It's, well, what went wrong with Man City or Liverpool? And that's the way I look at it from our point of view with the quality of our squad. So yeah, it's not even in regards to the West Brom result. It's about the one where we drew 3-3 at home against Portsmouth at the start of the year. Nah, can't have that. We've got to get 3 points. And look, people, one of the reasons why we've got to do it is we're going to be behind all the other teams who have got very, very favorable fixtures. Burnley are at home to Luton Town, and Sheffield United are at home to Preston. It's hard to imagine they don't win those games tomorrow. And listen, I won't be here tomorrow. I'm going to be away on Saturday, but I will be back for the live match reaction, and that's already up. So if you want to join me for that, please, hit the notification bell, like the video, and we'll speak about the result on Sunday. But yeah, listen, shout out to everyone for the birthday wishes as well. Big up to everyone for that in regards to my birthday yesterday. Appreciate all of that. Another year and all that stuff. You stop celebrating after a certain year, one of those. But yeah, it was good and all that stuff. Gavin here saying, Pompey have a makeshift centre-back pairing. We must win. Hey, listen, Gavin, even if they didn't, we've got to do it. We've got to do it. But look, there wasn't a lot. I don't know if anyone else saw the press conference, but there really wasn't a lot in it. And for the first part, it was muted. And then when it came back, the sound was very, very fuzzy. So I've just taken it from other news channels. I've taken it from the actual site. There really wasn't any kind of major information that we needed to know. But listen, congratulations. I don't really manager of the month, player of the month. We got the double. It's not really a big deal to me, but because we're here, congratulations to Farka for it's a stellar month last month, absolutely. And DJ as well, getting an award as well for player of the month. And I think Junior Firpo got fans player of the month for Leeds. So yeah, all of that. I'm not really big into all that player of the month, goal, manager of the month stuff, but it just shows that the hard work is being rewarded. Gavin, cheeky, but relax. What are we saying here? Yeah, okay. Annabelle here. Why can't we organize a simple presser? Yeah. Before this one, though, I'm sure the other one just got outright cancelled. I swear it was set up to go ahead, and I know sometimes I do that where I've set something up and then maybe I've had to reschedule, but I'll put a little note in the community post, to say, hey, I'm not going to be here. I've had to change the time, but yeah, it just went away, didn't it? Yes, really weird. Shout out to you, man. But look, there really wasn't much on the team news. Let me just get the news here. Rehab work with Verba and Ampadu is going well. We're hopeful that we'll have them after the international break. There was one about Bamford being back in training. That seems to have disappeared from here. But, I mean, it doesn't really matter, does it? Bamford is here. He's back in partial training. It's not even full training. Here we are. Everyone who was available in the last game is available for this game. Some good news. I mean, it depends on which way you look at it. With Bamford, he was part of integrated back into team training this week. Excellent stuff. Gavin gutted Bamford out again. So yeah, moving on from that, we move on to Portsmouth. And listen, the first thing before we get on to Portsmouth is we've got to get rid of this voodoo. All right. We're kicking this match off early, 12 o'clock, and it's away from home as well. That does give me pause, for concern. It does give me a little cause for concern because we've seen it. Look at the teams we played. One just last about 2 championship matches that have kicked off at 1:30 or earlier. Look at these teams. Southampton aside, of course, who went up at our expense. These are very, very winnable fixtures, and we haven't got the job done. And we do look different early kickoff. You can't deny that. It's not just a fluky thing for me. That there's a pattern there. So hopefully, Danny Farker says there's no difference, but I'm hoping that he has prepared the players well and get ready for this early kickoff, because this is a game that we should be winning. And I say that with no disrespect. I'm just looking at the team, and this is a Portsmouth team that have just gone to Luton, who are absolutely atrocious this season and lost the game 1-0. Like Gavin said, they do have injuries, and they're having makeshift centre back. I think Marlon Pack is actually a central midfielder, if I remember right. And the fact that I'm still saying Marlon Pack in 2025 says a lot too. With no disrespect to them, we should be going here to win, absolutely win, and there should be no doubts about it. That's it. Carl, who is this Bamford person I keep hearing about? Ain't seen him in years. Yeah, absolutely. Matt saying here, it's Sunday though. We're 100% on Sunday lunchtimes. Okay, I didn't know that one, Matt. If that is true, if it's true, let me know. But yeah, Neil saying here, time for the place to stand up and put this league to bed. Yeah, absolutely, Neil. But you also do that, going back to your first comment, Neil, by putting away West Brom at home after 2 brilliant results. Just saying, Neil. Just saying. Yeah, Matt Ritchie's still playing. Yeah, it's all mad, man. Like the team, it's the quality of the league. And listen, Portsmouth got promoted last season, so it's understandable in some instances. But some of these players should not be in this division. That's the point I've been trying to make all season long. I think I discussed it with Connor on his channel, that the quality of the player in this league, especially down the bottom, and even when you see some of the teams fighting for top 6, they are nowhere near it. Absolutely nowhere near it. But we know things can go wrong. Sometimes if you slip with the effort like we did it last week against West Brom, you don't get the maximum of what you should get. So the players will have to be on it. Lewis saying here, we are going up. It was written. It's written. I absolutely hope so, man. Absolutely hope so. Goldie here asking here, how was your birthday? It's fine. It's just, for me, it's just another day. I just do a few things that I enjoy. Like I say, going out tomorrow all day, and then back on Sunday. It's just another day for me, kind of thing. Just 1 year older, as the saying goes. But you're only as old as you feel, and I feel great, and that's the main thing. All right, that's the main thing. But shout out to you, Goldie. Thank you for that. Let's have a look. Michael is saying Portsmouth seem to have a physical approach to the game, no quality. Hopefully, we come through unscathed, and that leaves me on. Brilliant transition there, Michael. First of all, their league position, 17th, doing fine. For just coming up from League One, doing brilliantly, especially when you compare them to Luton Town, 8 points clear of Luton, even after losing against them, which shows you just how poor Luton have been this season, by the way. But there are, 3 wins in the last 5, and that's all well and good. But as I've said many times before, you can be on good form. You're seeing Coventry right now. I mean, that's the best scenario I can give you. Coventry are literally on a brilliant roll. They're 1L in all of that brilliant roll. It's us, okay? We are the anomaly of the league, as we should be. But saying all of that, going to Plymouth, this is the team, and we're going on to team now. I don't think we're going to be here too long, people. This is the team that I think we should go with. I don't know if Danny Farker is going to go with it, but these are my reasons behind it. Obviously, there's no point talking about Millier, and he's going to be in goal. Then you go with the back four of Bogle, Roden, Strout, Junior Firpo. By the way, Firpo stays in for me. You don't sacrifice Junior Firpo, even away from home, if he's fit, just for the sake of extra defensive stability with Sam Byram. Use Junior Firpo and make an adjustment elsewhere, which is what I've done. And that is it. And this is probably going to make a few of you shudder. Not going to lie, it's going to make a few of you shudder right now, but go on, shudder away. But I'm putting Gruev in there next to Tanaka. Okay, away from home. Gruev in the main, let me just say that, in the main has done very well for us in that role. And like an earlier comment said, Portsmouth are a more physical side, and Gruev, that is more of his nature. Not so much the physical side, but he will get tackles in and recover the ball, which is what we're going to need. So for me, it's going to be Tanaka and Gruev. And last week, Joe Rothwell did nowhere near enough to keep his place in the team, nowhere near it. And that's a shame, because you want Joe Rothwell to capitalize on that performance, for that substitute performance, that brilliant cameo he had against Sunderland. And since then, he's been back to the Joe Ruffell that was before the Sunderland game. He really hasn't been that good lately. He hasn't. When you look at it, just in the cold light of day, he hasn't been that good in recent weeks, barring that Sunderland cameo, which was just awesome. It was like the perfect cameo you could ask for from your central midfielder. But for me, he sits this one out away from home early kickoff, and I put Gruev in there next to Tanaka in live Ampadu's injury. And going forward, I would make a couple of changes here. And this is where I don't think we're going to get these changes with Farker. I see the Gruev coming in for Ruffwell. I can definitely see Farker doing that. But Dan James, he obviously keeps his place, no doubt. Joel Peru for me stays in the team. You keep your top scorer in there. Not only just top scorer, his all-round game has come on a bit. And I think this is a perfect game for him to get back in the goals column as well. So I would stick with Joel Peru up front. The two changes I would make in the front four, and this is due to form. Let me start on the left as well. Ramazani comes in for Solomon. Nothing against Solomon. He's been absolutely brilliant over the last couple of months, but he's now had a couple of games where it's been like, it's time for Ramazani to come in and show the hunger, show the desire that he wants to start and can be a difference maker and make it difficult for Mano to get the shirt off Ramazani. So for me, I would put Ramazani in on the left-hand side, put Solomon on the bench, and he comes on a sub. And again, no slight against Solomon, but over the last couple of games, I feel his performance levels have dipped in comparison to where he was absolutely on fuego, like he was untouchable. But that's what your squad's for. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to take out players when they're not playing so well, and then bring in players who are of equal or even better quality and can just pick up where they left off and make it impact. Nonto comes in for me for Brendan Aronson. And again, this is talking much like the form, but we know Danny Farker trusts Brendan Aronson with every fiber of his being. But for me, it's one of these things now where Brendan has been a bit quiet. You know what? Saying a bit, that's being he's been very quiet over the last few games. Very, very quiet. He's been unnoticeable. You would never have believed he was playing. I've said it a couple of times, but in the last game, it wasn't until the second half and I saw him running at a centre back against West Brom, and I went, oh, Aronson's playing, and he's had a few of those now, and he's been taken off before the 90 minutes, 80th minutes, which is very unlike Farker. So even he can see that the performance levels have dipped from Brendan. This is now Willie's time to come in. And the thing is with Ramazani and Nanto, they'll interchange. They'll go left, they'll go central. That's what they'll do. They always do that. And I feel you need to do that to keep the players hungry. And it's not just hungry because I've always said, you don't just take out a player if they score 2 goals and say, you're coming out now, stay hungry. That just demoralizes a player. But if players are off it a bit, let them hold the bench for a bit. Let them get back that desire to say, oh, my place isn't guaranteed. I need to step up. And look who's stepping up in my place. It's Ramazani. It's Nonto. It sends out a brilliant message for me. Annabelle saying here, though, would love that starting lineup, but improbable, unfortunately. I would say so as well. Hiro in the house saying, I'd start Ramazani and Nonto as well. I said we need to keep them involved down the stretch. I hope Farker gives them more than scrap minutes. Yeah, and this is the thing. It's not just involved. I think he's done better with the substitute minutes, with like 20 minutes here and there. But for me, you can't take out players that are in form and are fit to play. I just think that's insane. Because then if it doesn't work, the manager's the first one to people look at and go, well, why did he take out this player and he's not injured? So you can't do that for me. But when players start to dip, it's a perfect time, especially when you've got the squad to do it. This isn't like we haven't got the bench players to come in and make an impact. You know, we literally have players that would be starting in probably every other team on the bench. So utilize it, use it to our advantage. Michael here saying, great lineup, KG. The energy of Brendan off the bench is a weapon. Exactly. Put Brendan on for the last 20, 15 minutes. You know, hopefully the game's wrapped up by then. And you probably get a different outcome as well with Brendan. And listen, this isn't to say if Solomon and Brendan start that they're not going to score or assist. That's not really the point I'm trying to make. It's more about if performances aren't going the way that they should be, there should be consequences for that. You shouldn't have people that are just automatically starters. We've already got that with the goalkeeper where he can literally throw the ball in the net and keep his place. You can't do that with the team. It's just bad for morale. It's just bad for morale all round. Gavin saying, is that the 70th minute lineup, KG? That's tremendous, and that's pretty accurate, isn't it? Pretty accurate. What else are we saying here? Darius football. Okay, right. There's nothing serious. Of course, there's nothing serious. Gavin. So with that, people, what we're saying here, let's do score predictions. And if you haven't seen it live, just put them in the comments. I'm gonna go. I think we should be taking care of this Portsmouth team. Let me just get that Portsmouth team back on the screen for you, just for comparison of what I've just put on the screen compared to this right here. I think we should be going there. I don't think it's going to be easy. I think we'll probably make it a little harder than it should be. Maybe we'll be a little lethargic at times because of the early kickoffs, just due to the patterns we've had before. But I'm going to go with a fine 2-0 Leeds win. I do. I think we'll come out with a clean sheet, come out with 3 points, and whatever Sheffield United and Burnley have done, will make it not matter by the end of this game. So what we saying, people? Hyrie going 2-0 Leeds. Neil's going 3-1. Gavin's going 5-1. Matt's going 2-0. Allison's going for a draw again. Allison loves a draw, man. J-Dog saying here we should win, but early kickoff scares me. Yeah, that is the jeopardy card in this. It really is. It really is the jeopardy factor of this game. If we're talking 3 o'clock on a Saturday, it is cash money, isn't it? But the early kickoff is a jeopardy card that we're gonna have to play. We're gonna have to play, and we've got a few more of these as well. Annabelle saying 2-0 Leeds. Yep. Sean going 4-2. Nigel also going for a draw at 1-1. Fe White going 2-1. So yeah. So a lot of people thinking we're going to win the game. And yeah, we should be confident about this, but I do understand the hesitation, because if we're talking quality, just look at this team, and if that's not bad enough, look at the bench. I mean, who are some of these brothers, man? I mean, I know Gordon, okay. Cohen Bramall, remember him being that success story that he went to Arsenal for a bit and then went. Yeah, just come on. Let's be real. Let's be real, people. Let's be real. Mike also going 2-1, but more comfortable than it looks. I hope so. But like I say, the video's already set up. So if you want to join me after the game, please come and watch me on Sunday. And hopefully we'll talk about another 3 points for Leeds. Just a couple of bits here. I'm not going to stay too long on this. I'm probably just going to do this in a minute. Leeds United have responded to reports in Germany linking the club with a move for out-of-work sporting director Samir Arabi. Leeds United have come out and just squashed it and said it's absolutely not true. So there you go. Non-story for that one. We move on. And Beren Cross put this out, I think, today. Leeds United expected to hire Peter McCormick as a non-executive director in response to Angus Kinnear's impending Everton switch. McCormick is a vastly experienced lawyer and has held multiple roles at the top of the FA and Premier League. Awesome. Great, awesome stuff. I mean, there's nothing here of concern. It's just more boardroom moves and things like that. Nothing that really concerns us at this level and where we are at this point in the season, and probably nothing that concerns us come the summertime. I think with the age of this guy as well, it'll probably just be temporary until we get someone else permanently once Angus Kinnear goes. But yeah, really nothing to say on this. It is what it is with this kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, it's true. Who are they? Hopefully, they don't let me know their names on Sunday, though. You know what I mean? Don't want that one to come bite me. You know what I'm saying? Jeff here asking, why do we struggle in early kickoffs? It's crazy. I don't know, man. Don't know. But we do. Let me just get this on. But we do have 3 more after this one. QPR, actually, isn't that the week after? March 9th? Yeah, that's like the week after. We got QPR away. Luton away. I'm sorry, we should be winning that one. Luton have been absolutely dog awful this season. Absolutely woeful. We've got to do that one. And then, of course, we got Plymouth away, but hopefully we'll be done and dusted by them people. And we're celebrating by then. If Plymouth win, who cares? All right? Who cares? But people, that is it. And once again, thank you for everyone for all the birthday wishes, man. It's really cool to see all that stuff. Keep tuning into the channel, click your notification bells, like the videos. It really does help out in the algorithm that seem to be buried under. I can't get from under it, but you know what? You guys make it all worth it. So thank you for that. And guys, I will see you Sunday. Have a great weekend. See you after the game Sunday for another Leeds win. Peace out.